Hey guys, so hopefully everybody can hear me. Let me know in the comments if you can before we get started. Hey Jalissa, thank you so much for joining. So let me know if you can hear me, please. Okay, hey Portia. So we're just gonna let a few people join, but of course, if you're already here, thank you so much for joining me today. I was gonna do like this live actually was scheduled to be a swatch of my new acrylics that will be launching in March, but I just y'all like today was one of those days where I just did not feel like it. So we're here today with just something completely different. So hello to I said Portia. We have Divinity Nails, Art by Angie, Rhonda. Thank you, Jalissa. We have Haiti. I almost don't like how the camera is like cutting my head off. One second. Okay. I think that's a little better for sure. So I'm just just get comfortable. I don't know if you guys are still working. I don't know if you guys are chilling or cooking dinner. So what are you guys doing? Kim, I'm definitely comfortable. I have my water over here, got my candle going, got my dog over here. The other two are put up because they don't know how to act. Tipped, what are you cooking? So if you follow me on my personal Instagram page, um, which is Natalie underscore Carmona 32, I think. So I've been doing a diet because if you guys didn't know, I've been working out consistently since last year, but like we still were eating kind of bad. And so like it's like I was almost just maintaining my weight, excuse me, but since we went to Mexico last month, y'all, when I say like we picked out, like we picked out. So I told myself that when I got back, I was gonna start a diet and I was gonna just be really consistent with it to get down to my desired weight because I basically just want to like tone up. And now that I'm taking my workouts more serious and just basically putting my all into them, like I want to see results. And so me and my boyfriend been doing meal preps. And so for dinner, I had my rotisserie chicken, zucchini, squash, and onions and green beans. And that's been my same dinner for literally this entire week. I've been eating the same thing. I can change it up, but this rotisserie chicken's been really, really good. So I definitely really like it. And then I add my Tabasco sauce on it. Like a lot of the time, y'all, like a lot of these lunches, I have to drown them in Tabasco because that's the only way that I can eat it. Because if not, y'all, like after eating the same thing literally every day, like it gets really hard. But I see somebody ask, who was it? Somebody asked, how was Mexico? Mexico was definitely really fun. So if you guys didn't know, I am actually DACA. So for me to be able to go to Mexico, I have to basically ask for permission. And so we were granted permission. To go visit my grandpa because he is sick. And so we applied to go in August, June. I think it was in June actually. We put in the application in June and we didn't actually get approved until December. And when we got approved, like we had to, I think we only had a month before we could like we couldn't basically. So they give you like a time frame. But Mexico was really fun. We just visited family. We did get to do or like visit a few places, and so it was really, really fun. But for the most part, we ate a lot, like a lot. My boyfriend definitely loved it because, y'all, when I say I think he gained like 5 pounds, and I gained a few too. Let's see. But anyways, I hope everybody is doing really, really well. The purpose of my live today is basically just to be a little transparent with you guys about what's been going on in my life. But before we get started, I do want to let you guys know that YouTube, I don't know if you guys know, but YouTube is now offering memberships here on YouTube, which basically you would be able to sign up for a monthly subscription with me, and you would have access to like exclusive lives. You would get, it would be like member only videos. So if you're a member only, you will be able to get these exclusive videos that I post. You'll get a special discount to my website. You'll get a little badge next to your name saying that you're a member. Special emojis. What else was it? I think it's in my phone. And so this is something that they're starting to do, and I just wanted to give it a try and see how it goes, and basically just be able to build a closer relationship with you guys, because I feel like I'm at like 720 some followers or subscribers. And I feel like I kind of just get lost in the comments and everything. And so this basically would give you priority as far as like priority replies to your comments, because they'll pop up at the very top. And so, especially when you're a beginner, like I will be able to dedicate videos to you guys, as far as like when we do our lives, you guys will be able to tell me what kind of videos you guys will like for me to film. But of course, if you decide that this is not something that you want to do, maybe you just don't have the extra money to do something like this, it is completely fine. I still will be able, or not be able to, but I still will be posting my regular videos. And then once I'm done with the building and all of that stuff, which I'll talk about here in a second, I'm going to start or be able to be more consistent with my filming. And so I don't know if that I'll be able to go back to posting like every single day like I used to, but I definitely will be able to post more than I have been these last few months. So like I said, that's something new that will be available to anyone that would like to join. Just something new, something extra, that you guys will have access to. So I'm gonna set, I haven't set it up just yet, but I'm gonna set it up here soon. And when you go to my channel, there will be like a little join button, and there you will see like basically what the subscription will include, and you'll be able to sign up on there as well. So I'm definitely excited for that. Something new, something different. And like I said, we'll be able to build a more closer and intimate relationship. So, other than that, one other thing that I did want to mention was that March the 1st, I will be releasing my spring acrylic collection. That's actually what I was supposed to be swatching today. But like I said, today was just a very emotional day for me. It was a hard day, and I just didn't want to sit there and film a video and be doing something that I honestly did not feel like doing, which was watching those colors. So I will be doing another video where I'm swatching that acrylic collection. Now I do already have a video of me using 5 of the colors, so you guys were going to be able to see the other 3 colors that are going to be included. But I'll probably do that at the beginning of next week, so that will be up soon. So just wanted to get that in there before we get into this video. Also, how do you guys like this quality of this video? So I'm actually filming on my camera, and then I am looking at it on my laptop. Usually I just go live on my phone. So can you guys tell a difference in the quality, the audio? Like, what do you guys think? Thank you, Denise. Yes, and then also whenever I do my live of me showing my acrylic collection, I am gonna be doing a giveaway where somebody will be able to win the entire collection of 8 acrylics. You guys know that every time I do a live, I end up doing a giveaway, and then you guys end up talking me into doing a second giveaway. So if you haven't catched any of my lives, make sure that you subscribe, that you hit the little bell. That way, whenever I post, you are notified. And then usually I'll also post on my YouTube before I go live. Okay, so T said that it's A1 quality. So I'm really happy to hear, because y'all, I've had this camera for so long. It's a really expensive camera, but I don't use it. My boyfriend actually uses it. And it's just because I didn't want to have to like plug all of this in, but it honestly wasn't much at all, like at all. Um, Thank you, Sugared Eclipse Nails. Thank you so much. Yeah, usually my lives are pretty straight to the point, but I just like being able to give back because I feel like, of course, none of what I do, none of what I've done would have been possible without the support of you guys. So I'm very, very thankful for that. Let's see. Yes, I'm loving the quality. That really makes me happy that I was able to work it out because before I think I started messing with this like around 5. And so I had 2 hours to like set it up, and I was watching videos on how to like go live on my laptop with my camera, and I almost gave up. But here we are, and I'm glad that you guys are loving it. So this camera is the Sony 7 III, something like that. I'll be sure to link it down below for you guys. But it's definitely an investment. And then the lens that I have on it is the G Master. So I think, don't judge me, but the entire camera and the lens was about $5 or $6,000. It's definitely an expensive camera, but I had actually planned to use this camera for my videos, but it's so big, y'all, and so it's really perfect for this. So I most likely will be using it whenever I do other lives. Definitely we'll be doing classes like once. Okay, y'all. So what do you guys want to hear first? Because I feel like it's been a lot going on and I just almost don't even know where to start, y'all. Like I really don't. So I'm gonna let you guys just kind of take this conversation wherever you guys want. Thank you, Ebony. I really, really appreciate you guys saying that. When I say that, just hearing everybody kind words today definitely made me feel a lot better because last night and this morning I was a total wreck. Like, yeah. Um, Thank you, Divinity. I definitely really, really appreciate it. Okay, so Kyla, okay, so if you guys didn't know, or actually, you know what, let's start off with I don't know if you guys knew or not, and I'm sure you guys have noticed by now, but I have not been taking clients since y'all like the end of last year, I think, if not before, maybe the middle of last year. I don't know if I talked about this before on YouTube or on my Instagram, but basically I got to the point that for one, like my back be hurting really, like really, really bad. Last night before I went to sleep, my boyfriend had to put one of those icy patch whatever on my back because it was just hurting that bad and I barely even did anything yesterday. And so my back was just really hurting while I was doing nails. And then another thing that was just major was that I feel like I wasn't charging enough just because I feel like a lot of my clients have had been with me for so long that I was just like I almost felt bad to charge them too much if that makes sense. But I like was doing a lot of work, like a lot of work, like a lot of rhinestones. I mean, you guys know because you guys watch the videos, obviously. But I was just doing too much work and I feel like I wasn't charging enough. And so it was to the point where like while I'm working, it's almost like, damn, like I'm doing all of this and I'm only gonna get X amount of money. And it just wasn't worth it because especially like with YouTube and my online store, I'm just thinking like I could be focusing this time on my online store and I could make that money, in a minute compared to me sitting here for 2 hours and then my back's killing me. And so it almost got to the point where it just wasn't worth it because it was messing with me physically, mentally, emotionally, because like I wanted to because of the financial reasons and physical reasons, but then emotionally, like I was just so attached to my clients. And I just knew that, of course, like there's plenty of nail techs out there, but it's not one like me. Not trying to be how you say it, like just not trying to toot my horn or however you say it, but I mean it's not too many nail techs out here like me. But I'm just playing, but for real. So like I knew that they're gonna have a hard time trying to find somebody else that would basically do the same work as mine, and then they were used to the cheaper prices as well. But I basically just let them know, and then also like I was getting a lot of cancellations, no call, no shows, and so it got to the point where I also felt like my clients didn't respect my business. And I feel like for and like I don't blame them. I feel like a lot of it was my fault because like I said, a lot of these clients had been with me for years. Yeah, like since I started doing nails. And so I never really said like policies or late fees, or if I did, they were literally on the back of my price list, but they never even looked at that, I don't think. And then since I had been doing their nails for so long, like to book an appointment, I didn't have a booking site or anything. I literally would just write them down in my agenda book before they walked out the door. And so like it's not even like I could just put it on the website and they could see it when they book. Like I don't know, yeah. But and so like I said, it almost became to the point where like they just canceled at like for at like very often. And so a lot of the time it's like I would already be there, and then they it's like a no call, no show. And so now like I feel like I just wasn't being respected. But like I said, I do feel like that part was my fault because I should have set rules and I should have stuck to them, and I didn't. And so that's definitely one thing that I do recommend everyone do for sure at the beginning of your business, or just at any point of your business, really. If you feel like you're struggling with problems like this, where you're getting cancellations, no call, no shows, or whatever the case may be, like make sure that you set your policies and that you stick to them and that you let your clients know about them. That way, if you have a client that canceled, one time, just let them know like, hey, like after a second or third no call, no show, or even after the first no call, no show, like you will no longer be able to book me with me. So I definitely recommend you guys that you put your foot down and you make those policies very strict, because just like any other place, like that's like if you go to Walmart and you know that Walmart closed at 10, but you're trying to go in there at 11, they're gonna be first off, they're not even gonna open the door because they're closed. And so you need to be like this, because at the end of the day, you're a business too. And just like they're not going to go out of their way for you, you shouldn't have to go out of your way for anybody, because like I said, it is your business. So like I said, that's one thing that I feel like I um messed up on, because I didn't set those policies. So that's one thing that I was supposed to be doing, is just basically coming out with new prices and new policies. And I was supposed to start back doing nails. I think my original plan was to like take a break for about a month, but then it's been a lot longer than a month. So I'm gonna take a little break, not a break, but just read a few of these comments to see what you guys are saying. So somebody said, I'm about to set up a booking site through Gloss Genius. I've never heard of them actually. Um it's definitely, I see somebody said it's also physical work on your wrist as well as your back. So honestly, I don't blame you for not doing nails. Now, I will say that I do miss it. And then I also feel like me doing nails was helping me be more consistent on YouTube, just because like with my practice hand, like even though my practice hand is easy to use, it's still not the same thing as doing nails on a client. So I definitely do miss doing nails for sure, but I did need the break as well. Um but yeah, I know one thing that a lot of people ask about as well is pricing. I always tell people like I'm not the person to ask, because obviously I can even do that for myself. But usually when people are trying to figure out like what to charge, especially as beginners, I always recommend to basically just kind of do your research, look on social media, look up other nail techs in your area to kind of get an idea of how much they're charging, and maybe they're creating work close as close as possible to yours, or maybe the quality looks good like yours. And so maybe get an idea from theirs and see if, like, okay, this is a good price. Like, I would feel comfortable charging that amount as well. And that, yeah, I hear a noise in my house, and my dogs are right here, and ain't nobody over there. That scared me. I think my garage is closed. I hope it's closed. Did y'all hear that? I thought it was the dryer, but it's nothing in the dryer. Y'all don't start. Y'all finna scare me. Okay, hopefully I don't hear it again. I'm scared to get up, y'all. But anyways, hopefully it's just nothing. But yeah, so that's how I recommend that you kind of go about your pricing. Um Somebody said get a knife. Well, okay, y'all. So I live like in the middle of no, well, it's not in the middle of nowhere, but it's far away from like, I'm like 30 minutes away from like our downtown area, and I'm like all the way in the back in the country. And like everybody in my neighborhood are old people, or like 95% of my neighbors are like retired people. My neighbor next door is retired, and then my other neighbors to my right, he's in the military and it's just his wife. The people in front of me, I believe they work in a hospital. I've seen the man wear scrubs. And then the other ones, I don't know what they do, but everybody in my neighborhood is like grown, grown, grown. And so usually like my but usually I do have cameras, y'all, but literally like my cameras have not been working like for months. I have the Blink cameras, and they have not been working for months, and I've tried to like mess with them, but they just will not, like, they've been disconnected for so long. So I need to really figure that out because yeah. But right, because I'm just thinking like, okay, like my honey's right here, sugar and Amora over there, like I'm right here, my boyfriend's gone. So whatever it is needs to go on about their business. But um that's Bambi. Who is Bambi? Oh, since I said I live in the middle of nowhere. Hey, y'all, it literally sounds like my keyboard. Do y'all hear that? And I can't even take the camera with me because I'm on the camera. Amore's like knocked out, y'all. Do y'all hear it? Okay, let me go check. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there was nothing there. It's literally, I don't know. Maybe it's like the little AC. Maybe when the AC comes on or the heat comes on, maybe it's like the little filter thing. I hope. Y'all, so one time, never mind, I'm not gonna talk about that. But Yeah, I feel I don't know. It's just sound. I think it's the AC thing. I hope, but it don't sound like it would be nobody in the house because literally, I can see the office, my bedroom, laundry room, and the garage door. So, and then there's nothing over there. So, I think we're good for sure. What did I tell on Instagram? No, not the furnace. I think it's just like the little vent. Maybe is that. I hope. I hope that's what it is. And then y'all, I've been doing my gallon, and today it just was not a good day. Like I'm at 1 p.m., y'all. It's 7:26 p.m. But anyways, let's get back to this conversation. Hopefully we don't hear it again. And if we do, we're just gonna ignore it because I don't think it's anything at all. Wait, I don't did you just DM me right now? But anyways, yeah, so yeah, I haven't been doing else for a while. They definitely miss me. I miss them, but hopefully here soon I can get back to that. Um hello Porsche. So hello to everyone. But anyways, so yeah, so after I stopped. Anyways, yo, so after I stopped doing nails or after I stopped taking clients, took a break, then I was like, okay, you know what? I kind of want to go all in with my website. And so, what if I buy a building and basically use it for my online store? And so, or actually, you know what? Before that, we were looking at a rental property. So, we went to look at a house. We, of course, got a realtor, and then the realtor never said anything. Like, we looked at the house and I was like, okay, I like this. I got excited because one thing about me, y'all, when I say like I'm super super scary, like, what, honey, come over here with me. They say that to grow, you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And so, like, I have a really hard time of doing that for sure. Y'all just like look behind my shoulders and keep an eye out for me. But anyways, yeah, so we went to look at a house. Oh no, but I was saying that um I have a really hard time at getting out of my comfort zone. Like, I like being in my comfort zone. I don't like doing new things. And so I feel like for the longest, I was just at a standstill with my business, with myself. And I just felt like I wasn't going anywhere. And so I was like, you know what? Forget it. Like, I have the funds to be able to invest in something. So, like, let's do it. And so we went to look at this house, and like I said, the realtor never said anything back. I was the one texting her like, hey, what's going on? Did you hear anything else about the house? And she never really said anything. And so I was like, you know what? Like, I'm really big. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really big on, like, you know what? This is a sign. I know it's not meant to be, because if it was meant to be, it would have went through easily. And so it's a sign. And so we kind of left that alone. And then I found the house. There's no ghost, y'all. But we then after that we went to look at I found a building, and it was pretty big. It was like 6,000 some square feet. And so we went to look at it, but it was really big, y'all. Like, we wanted, like, with this building, we also wanted to be able to basically lease it out to other people. So basically like salon suites or like studios. And so we went to look at this place, but it was just so much. Like, it was overwhelming. It was like room after room after room after room, and then it was a door inside and another door and then another door inside of that door, and it was just too much because like I literally got lost in the building. Like I don't know what, I think actually I think it said that that building was used for like a rehab place or like something like that, like counseling or something. And so it just had a lot of rooms. And I was like, this is too much. And so that same night before, or actually the night before we went to look at that building, we found the actual building that we purchased. And so I was like, you know what? We can go look at this one. We actually drove by it like every day on our way to, can't remember where, but on our way to somewhere, we were driving by it pretty often, and I would see it, and I'm like, it's probably expensive, so I never even looked it up, and so I ended up finding it online, and it wasn't that expensive. It was 5,000, like 5,000, a little bit over 5,000 square feet. It wasn't too expensive. It already had like three or four, like four, yeah, like four little rooms that could be suites, and then it had the big warehouse. And I was like, you know what, this will be perfect because one room can be for me and then the other four rooms can be for us to rent out, and then that way we basically would be paying for the building with the money that we make from the rooms that are being leased out. And so hold on. Um, but so yeah, so we went to look at the building after we looked at the first one, and I was like, I really like this. The only thing was that it was a lot of stuff in the building. So when we first went to look at it, like the man was using it as a storage. And so he had a lot of stuff in there. And if you've watched any of my other YouTube videos, I did post a few videos about the process of the building. Um, and so we're thinking like, okay, like all we have to do is just like paint. We'll have to put up a wall in the back because the back of the building is, like I said, a warehouse. And so the warehouse we split right in the middle. And so half of it will be for my online store. So like basically where I do my orders out of. And then the other half we're gonna put backdrops. So have you guys ever seen any of like the little selfie studios where they have like backdrops set up and then you can go in there and take pictures or whatever? So if you guys know what I'm talking about, that's basically a kind of an idea of what we had in mind. However, like the backdrops will be available, of course, for me to use for my content, and then for people that rent the suites. And then my boyfriend is gonna get into photography, and so he'll be able to use that space as well for once he start booking photography shoots. And so that's basically what the plan is for the back. And then the front, we're just going to paint the offices. That's really all we had to do in the front was paint, which we painted for so long, y'all. Like so long. I After this building, like I never want to see another paintbrush again ever in my life. And then we had to do the floor. And then after that, like we're thinking like, okay, we're getting really close to being done. And then we start getting a lot of rain, and so now we are getting leaks coming through the roof. And so I'm like, what? And it was like big leaks, y'all, like big leaks. And so we have somebody come look at it, and they're like, yeah, it's gonna be about, what he say, 40 to 45 thousand dollars to repair them. And y'all, when I say like I wanted to pass out, I was like, it's gonna be how much? Excuse me. And so exactly, like and so it's almost like if I would have known that, and of course, like we had an inspection for the building and everything, and it's almost like if I would have known that this building needed to get a new roof, because okay, so when we bought the property, it like they kept telling us like this property got a new roof in 2018, so it has a fairly new roof. So I'm thinking like, okay, good. Like I know how expensive roofs can be. So that means that we won't have to worry about a roof for a long time, and then now somebody's telling us no, like the roof is crappy, whoever did it didn't do it right, and so now it's going to be 40 to $45,000 to get it fixed. And so that's definitely one of the biggest things has been that has been really really hard for me, is just all of these unexpected expenses. And during this time that we're like working on the building, I'm also working on filming content. Now we're meal prepping, having to take care of the house, doing everyday things, trying to make time for me, trying to make time for, for us. And it's honestly like been a really, really hard thing to do for sure. Like it's almost like you would think that everything that I do, like you would think that I have superpowers, because like it's been a lot. And so trying to kind of process everything that keeps coming up now. $40,000 roof we got to fix, on top of all of these other expenses, on top of, like, of course, don't get me wrong, like I have to constantly keep reminding myself that, like, um like God then put these ideas in my head for no reason. That, like they said, to grow you have to put yourself in uncomfortable and scary situations. And I must admit that I am scared as hell. Like I'm scared because a lot of the time I feel like, am I over my, way over my head? Like, was this the right decision? Like, is this what God really wanted for me? Like, because a lot of the time I feel like I can't handle the stress. Like it's just too much. Like as soon as something new comes up, it's like I automatically like just shut down. And with my anxiety, like literally the minute that I wake up, or even before I go to sleep, like my mind is like going, like I got to do this, I got to do that, and then this, and what about that, what about this, and like my mind just does not shut up at all, like at all. And I don't know if this is just me, and I always wonder that, like, is this just me? Like, is other people dealing with stuff like this, like where your mind is just racing, 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 racing? Like, is this just me? Like, let me know. Do anybody else go through stuff like that? But I definitely, like I said, I lately, even my boyfriend said it yesterday, that I did a lot better at basically coping with the new thing that came up. So we also had to get an electrician to come in and install emergency signs, I mean, exit signs, fog lights, and then take care of some wiring that needed to be fixed or whatever. And so it went from us paying about a few hundred, well, like $1,000 some to had to pay $3,000 today. So, like it's literally, if it's not one thing, it's another. And it's literally been a lot. And so, and like this time I feel like I did a lot better at kind of coping with it, because this time, like, I kept having to remind myself, like, it's going to be worth it. Like, God put this in your hands because He knew that you were going to be able to handle it. And I'm almost looking at it as a learning experience. Like, I keep telling myself, like, I know He's trying to teach me something. I know there's like some sort of like meaning behind everything that's happening. Like, and then, two, another thing that I really like struggle with is trusting people. Like, like, what if they're trying to charge me more? Like, what if, I don't know, y'all. Like, this is another big, I don't know if like this is like a toxic trait of mine, but it's almost like I almost always feel like somebody is trying to fuck me over, basically. And I don't know, it's like I get that gut feeling. And so, like, yesterday, I was praying and I basically was just like, look, God, if, like, I'm just gonna, I know that this is something that I have to do. I know that this is a part of the plan. And if, like, if I'm right and I feel like they are trying to get over on me, whoever, whichever situation, like, I know that you would take care of that and things will work out, in my favor. And so I really been just basically trying to calm myself down as the process, as everything kind of, as new things come to light, basically. And so also, like, my boyfriend has been doing really good at handling a lot of the things that he knows for sure I am not able to handle. So, like, actually having to talk to people, like, I just cannot do that because I just, I mean, I can, but I just don't have the patience for it. And so I feel like that's one of the things that God is trying to teach me is patience for sure, because I lack patience. I lack, my nerves are bad. And so, and it's just like, it's only with certain things though. So I don't know if this is normal, um, but and then also I feel like a lot of it is just my anxiety. Like I said, is this is something new for me. Like, it's definitely a learning experience. Like, it's been really hard doing everything from scratch, because like I definitely have learned that opening a business from scratch, like as far as the entire property, the entire business, like, it's definitely something that I would say that they don't want to, it's like they make it hard, because I feel like they almost don't even want us to, like, they make it hard for us to do it, basically. And so it's been a lot of research, it's been a lot of talking to this person and that person, and we got to go get this permit and that permit. And it's definitely been a lot, and I have no guidance. Like, I don't know of anybody that I could just go ask, like, hey, so what about this, what about that? It's literally been me going on Google. Like, yesterday we had a meeting um with we're actually in capital zoning because we're close to the governor's mansion. And so we had to go through capital zoning, where they basically have to approve our business and see if they want our business in their community or their zone. And so we had to go through that. That's something that I had to. What happened? Can you guys hear me? Because my camera just like shut off. Hold on. Oh, 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. My camera went dead, but okay. So yeah, so I've definitely, y'all crazy about these ghosts, but yeah, so it's definitely been a lot of challenges, I feel. And I feel like a lot of the time, like, I just kind of have to suck it up and keep pushing. I feel like I, a lot of the time, am not able to be vulnerable and open up to I wouldn't say you guys, but to my platform, basically. Like, it's been a few times where I've like posted on my Instagram, and I've gotten a response like, people wish they were in your shoes, and all you do is sit here and complain. I've gotten a lot of that. And so it almost feels like, damn, like, I'm a human too. Like, I go through stuff too. I should be able to talk about these things too, but I can't. And so it's almost like I have to just kind of almost just deal with them on my own, if that makes sense. And I almost don't, like, I almost kind of just keep from even posting about stuff like that, but I shouldn't have to. Like, I should be able to talk about whatever I want, because at the end of the day, like, it's my platform, you know? And so I feel like I've gotten a lot of that. Like, of course, I do get a lot of support, which I really, really appreciate. But then I also get a lot of that. And it almost discourages me even more, because I feel like I put so much work into my channel, into my platform. And then it's like almost, I wouldn't say I don't get any credit, but it's like it just makes me feel very discouraged. And then also, um, thank you all. Thank you, Jalissa. Thank you, y'all. But yeah, it's almost like people don't want me to be vulnerable, I guess. Like, I'm supposed to always just, which I feel like that's how I used to be. Like, I'm tough. I'm not going to show my emotions. I'm not going to let them see me weak, because if I cry, I'm weak. If I show, some sort of emotion, like, I'm weak. And I feel like that's almost how I grew up thinking. And so it's been really, really hard for me to just be able to even open up, whether it's in friendships, relationships, with my family. And so I feel like, even other than like business problems, I feel like I've also been in the process of, or in the journey of, trying to become a better person, for me and for everybody around me. And so I feel like just having to deal with all of that, like, definitely has been really, really hard for me. Just mentally, physically, emotionally. Yeah, I guess kind of a little bit of everything. Let's see. It definitely, I feel like too, so I had somebody tell me this earlier. They basically were saying that like, every struggle, every challenge that I'm going through right now is just basically making me stronger. And I almost feel like, it's gonna one day be a story, a story. And so when we're done with the building, and I'm finally able to just sit back and breathe and just look at everything that we did, like, I know it's gonna be worth it. But I just really get really stressed out when something else keeps coming up. Like, it's literally being like thing after thing after thing. And it's to the point where I have a hard time trying to even fall asleep, because, like I said, my mind's like, okay, you still got to do this, you got to do that, and then that, and then that after that. And it's just like so freaking much. And so basically, my point of saying this is that, as an entrepreneur, and I feel like everybody on here pretty much is an entrepreneur, I basically want you guys to know that it's okay to stand back and take a break. Like, today, like I said, we ended up going to the gym late. We came home, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not doing this watch, because I don't feel like doing it. And I feel like I also just have to stop being so hard on myself. And you guys need to stop being so hard on yourself, because, like, last night I actually wrote a letter to myself, and I basically was telling myself, like, like, you're strong, you're smart, you got so much going on for yourself. Like, there's people out there twice or three times your age, and they wish that they could be in the position that you are, or they could be doing what you're doing. And so I just have to, just thank God that, even though all of these things are coming about, or, all of these challenges are coming up, like, it's almost like it's like, I, of course, am blessed that I'm able to take care of them, and I'm able to do what I need to do to fix it, but I still get stressed out. I still get stressed out. One second, y'all. But yeah, definitely super, super stressed lately. I When I changed my nail supply room to the building, I actually plan to make my little storage room in the back I plan to make it a like a prayer room basically. I want to be able to have somewhere where when I'm having like a mental breakdown or an emotional breakdown, I want to have somewhere where I can just sit in there and just cry. Like, just close the door, nobody's there, nobody's listening, and I just like let go, because I feel like a lot of the time that's almost like what I need, but I don't want to do that. I wouldn't necessarily say that I don't want to do it in front of my boyfriend, but because he's always there to like comfort me. But I feel like it's different when you're able to just sit and, just reflect on everything and just kind of let it all out. And I feel like I need a lot of that, or I've needed a lot of that through the process. So I feel like even, with all of this going on, like I look forward to the day when we're completely done and I can just rest and I can sleep in and I can just do videos where I can say, come to work with me, and I'm not sitting there painting or putting up a frame or something, but you actually see me doing what I love and enjoy doing, which is nails, which is teaching you guys. Because I feel like from the beginning, that was my entire purpose. I feel like God put everybody on this earth for a reason. And I feel like my purpose is to help people. And it's like right now, it's challenging for me to be able to do that because at times I feel like I can't even help myself. So how can I help all of these other people that are depending on me, for videos, and I'm not able to produce how I used to. And so I definitely beat myself up about that a lot as well. I definitely beat myself up about it a lot. And so that's one thing that I for sure need to work on. I don't know if that's something that you can just work on, like being hard on yourself. What do you guys think? I definitely know that I need to go to therapy for sure. Definitely. That's what I said on my caption for my reel today, that God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And that's what I said in my caption, that he sometimes I feel like, that he's seen something in me that at times I don't even see in myself. And it's almost like I said earlier, like, is this, the right thing? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this what I was supposed to do? Did I make a bad decision? Did I make a bad judgment? Like, what is going on? But definitely been a lot for sure. But and then even with YouTube, you guys, like it seems like my subscribers keep going up, but my revenue keeps going it's been very, very low since last year. And so even stuff like that discouraged me a lot, because it's like I put so much work into it, and then I'm not getting so much money, And I know that, they say, I know like I'm a big number person, but of course, like I have so many bills that I need to be able to pay those bills. And YouTube is was one of my main sources of income. So even basically stressing out financially, trying to make sure that I'm able to handle everything that I have on my plate. And so that definitely discourages me a lot, because like I said, I put out as much content, even with everything else that I have going on. I still try to do as much content as I can, and it's just not, the numbers aren't numbering They're just not. So it's definitely been hard for me on that side of life as well. Yeah, as far as I see, Jay said, it's definitely something you can work on. I have the same problem. I just learned to give myself a break sometimes. It takes a moment to feel the issue and then move forward day by day. I know at first for a while I was trying to like dedicate a day to myself where I would go get my lashes done and then I would go get a massage, but that literally only lasted like 2 months or like a month, and then I kind of lost track. And with the building, you see right now like I have no lashes. My hair needs to be redone, but I don't have time. Like I really do not have time. As I mentioned a few times already, like I was supposed to be doing a video, but I guess this was me giving myself a break, I guess. But I'm still sitting here talking to you guys, which I actually enjoy. For sure, Robin. I definitely am working on that. I have books that I've been trying to like I don't know if this is just me, but I buy a lot of books that I feel like would be really, really good books for like, just kind of trying to learn myself more and like self-love and just working on myself more. But for one, I don't have time to read them. And two, they're just sitting there like I need to open it up. But I know one thing that I've been doing for sure pretty often is I just keep a little notebook next to my bed. I got one for me and for my boyfriend, and every night or mostly every night, we just write in it, and we basically are writing. Our journal is to God, and so it's basically us just venting to God and praying, or just thanking him. So I've been trying to do a lot more of just like I said, thank him for everything that he's done for me, and not necessarily asking for stuff, just more just trying to be thankful for the positions that he's put me in. And like I said, just knowing that he's going to help me get through them and everything's going to be okay. That's what I keep trying to tell myself, that everything is going to be okay. I'm going to get through this. He's trying to teach me something. I'm still trying to figure out what that something is exactly, but he's trying to teach me something for sure. Let me see. Thank you for helping us. And it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. We all go through these times. You're not alone, and take your break when you need it. It's okay. We'll be here. Love you, girl. Blessings. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. And like I said today, like when I posted my reel on my Instagram, like I was literally at the gym, and you know how like when you're about to cry, of course, your eyes get really, really watery. And so, like, I was sitting there trying to fight my tears back the entire time because I just felt so emotional. Like, literally, my best friend texted me and she's like, I'm so proud of you. Um, Let me see what she said. Cause like I literally I didn't want to be sitting there crying in front of people. So she texted me and she said, girl, I just want to let you know you make me so proud and happy. When I see your post like this, she said, like, girl, beyond proud of you. I love how happy you are inside and out. I freaking love you. And so, y'all, when I say like I was like I think I don't know if any tear rolled down my face, but I literally like was trying to push them back because I was in the middle of my workout, and I was just super, 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 super. I mean, emotional today. Like every little thing made me want to cry. Uh, I think real talk. I have to write that down. I've been listening to who is that other pastor on? I forgot her name, but I have been listening to a lot of like podcasts and gospel music got me through my entire workout today. Like I found a few new songs that I just absolutely love and could relate to. Basically, we're saying that it's gonna be what did it say? Something about you're gonna get better. Basically, it's gonna be okay, and you're gonna be better after everything is said and done. So I really really love these new songs that I found. Somebody said, Good Rich said, God is bringing you into a new season. Emotions are a sign that He is getting ready to use you in the way that you can't even imagine. Y'all, like, I feel like that's definitely what it is, but it's almost, I mean, I guess He's trying to, like, I don't know. It's just crazy. Like I feel like I'm trying to just soak in everything that I can out of this experience. Like I said, it's definitely been a learning experience. I feel like even for me and my boyfriend, like through this journey, like we're learning how to communicate. We're learning how to, which we already do good with communicating, but just trying to learn how to work together. This building definitely has done just that for us, and learning how to understand each other better and when to give each other space. Like it's definitely been a learning experience all around, with learning about myself, learning about each other, learning that not everybody is going to be happy for you, not everybody is going to be there to support you. Definitely have learned that as well. Throughout this journey, I think my dad has been, of course, very helpful with the building. He comes and helps us whenever he's not working. My mom as well, my boyfriend's mom as well, has helped us with the building, and whether, like my mom is feeding us or his mom is feeding us, or just a listening ear, or friends, have been listening ears for me to vent to, or like just, I mean, we have gotten a lot of, support from our close ones. But that's definitely, I think, one thing that a lot of people struggle with as well, is basically whenever they start a business, they feel like their family and friends are going to be there, like for them, like 100%. And that's definitely not the case. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with that at the beginning of starting a new business. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can relate to that for sure. Mm. Yeah, so Jen, I was listening to, it was a book on Audible that I was listening to, and then I ended up buying the book as well, because y'all, like I said, my mind is constantly going 1,000 miles per hour. So me listening to the book, it's like I hear it, but I don't know. Like I would catch a few things here and there, but my mind is just going, 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 that I'm not able to just concentrate on what's being said. And so I bought the actual like book, and I plan to read it because it sounds like it's a really really good book. But it's called How to Do the Work. And so I definitely plan to read it, but I just haven't gotten there. Like I said, I barely, like this, me right here sitting on a couch is rare, y'all. And it's just because I'm doing this live. But I like, we don't even, like, not even joking or anything. Like, we don't sit on a couch and watch TV. Like, our everyday schedule for these last few months have been gym, building, home, orders, shower, sleep, wake up, gym. Like literally every day, it's been the same thing over and over again. Like barely even have time to do house chores, or, well, laundry is house chores, but doing house chores and stuff like that. So definitely a lot on my plate. Is the building 100? I mean, 50% done? I would say that it is like 50% done. Like it's really not too much that has to be done. We're just still working on this electrical problem because the building is old. So the wiring and that stuff has to be replaced. And so that's what they're actually working on as of right now. because y'all, so the other day we're about to leave the building. Excuse me, we're about to leave the building, and then I heard something like a bzzz, and I was in the bathroom, and the little electrical box is right outside of the bathroom, and I got so scared, and so I ran out of the bathroom, and the thing I'm gonna show y'all, and the electrical box was doing this. Hold on, if you guys can see. Hold on, hold on, my phone's so dirty. It was literally doing that. Did you guys see it? Like it's literally like sparking. And so we got like super, super scared. And so we were like trying to like cut off everything. And then we had to run to the back of the building to like shut off the entire power. And so I'm glad that I seen that, because say we would have like left, and then the box is sitting there doing that, like the whole building would have caught on fire, like literally. And so I'm just glad that we caught that. And so now that entire box is being replaced. And so that's what I had to kind of process, the fact that now it's another few $1,000s to get that fixed. And just that's really what had me, that kind of did it for me yesterday. Like my boyfriend, I think I was editing my reel that I posted yesterday, I mean, that I posted today, and just writing the caption. And then I read it to him, and well, I showed him the video, and then I read him the caption. And he's like, "You're kind of venting a little bit, aren't you?" And like, I just started crying, y'all. Like, I'm just bawling. And so he's like, like, he's like, "Come here." And so, like, I'm just sitting there crying. And he's like, like, "What's wrong? What are you thinking? What's stressing you out?" And so, like, he's sitting there, like, trying to calm me down. And then I'm just like, it's a lot. Like if it's not one thing, it's another. Now it's more money we got to come out of pocket. Like I'm just ready for us to be done. Like I'm ready for things to stop coming up. And so it's just been a lot. But like I said, like I'm thankful that I'm even able to be in this position to be able to get the stuff fixed. But it's still really stressful. Like it's still really stressful to even have to deal with those things. And like now I see why people decide to go lease a place instead of buying, because then they don't have to deal with stuff like this. But I honestly did not want to lease. Like I didn't want to lease because I'm not gonna. I don't know. Like this is something that was instilled into my mind even from a younger girl. Like I don't know if this is just the Hispanic thing, but a lot of Hispanics do not like to rent. They rather save up, buy a place. And because to me, the way I grew up is like, why are you going to sit there and give your money to somebody, and then when you move out, like all of that money you never get to see it again? To where with this property, like, um we bought it, of course, paying a mortgage on it. But when I decide to sell it, we've done so many upgrades to it that whenever I do decide to sell it, like I could possibly, or most likely, of course, the price of it would be higher. And so I could even make a profit from it. And so that's kind of just um definitely just something that I try to keep reminding myself, like it's gonna pay off. But yeah, um once we seen that thing sparking, like me and my boyfriend, we both were so scared. Like our heart was just racing. I'm thinking like, is this thing about to explode? Like what's going on? So we just shut off the whole power, and we just left it like that. And then today, like he had to go buy the new box, and I was just like, look, like I can't do it today. Like I don't want to step a foot in that building today. Like, can you please just do this on your own? Just go buy the stuff, drop them off, and let them get to work, because I just could not mentally deal with that today at all. But yeah, it's definitely getting worked on right now. I think they should be there. Alyssa, if you're still here, so basically just doing a little chatting and venting to you guys, just being a little transparent about what's been going on in my life these last few months, from buying a property to working on it to unexpected expenses coming up to just a little bit of everything. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. But other than that, y'all, like I said, I've been working out. I've been enjoying it. I've actually have grown to love going to the gym. I look forward to going to the gym. I look forward to waking up and looking in the mirror and, seeing my muscles and knowing that I worked for it. I know it's hard to even get to that point because at first I was just working out just to work out, but now it's almost like, yeah, I worked for this muscle, like I did this. And I know, like, after, what was it, I think I did see somebody asking about the surgery. So if you guys didn't know, back in 2020, I think it was 2021 actually. No, 2020. In 2020, February of 2020, I went to Miami for a BBL, but of course, I didn't want anything dramatic. So I even have people tell me that it don't even look like I had one, but I didn't want anything dramatic. I just wanted a nice little shape. I didn't want nothing that people were gonna be like, damn, like, look at her ass. Like, no, like, that's not what I wanted. Um, but yeah, so after of course, like, after you have surgery, like, you still have to work out and stuff. But after I had the surgery, like, I realized that, like, hey, I still feel too big. Like, I still felt too bulky. And so I started working out. And so after surgery, I was 175 pounds. And so I got down to 160, and then right now I'm trying to get down to like 150, which right now I'm not really getting on the scale. I started doing the body scans, which basically tells you like how much fat you're burning and how much muscle you're gaining, since I am, of course, working out. So my goal is to go down in body fat and then go up in muscle. So that's another thing that I've been working on. And like I said, I actually enjoy doing that for sure. Somebody said, next time you go to the building, pray over it, bless it, ask God to cover your building with the full armor of God and the blood of Jesus. Sometimes places can hold bad energy from the previous owner. I feel like that's definitely something that we have to do, and I'm glad that you said that. I definitely will tell my boyfriend that we need to just step back and just say a prayer, because I don't think that, like, I do pray, about the building, but I don't think that we've never just said a prayer in the building, if that makes sense. So um definitely hope, I mean, I know that for sure we'll do that. But yeah, so working out definitely does help relieving a lot of my stress for sure. um like I said, I look forward to it. Like this morning when I was feeling really down and really just stressed, like I just wanted to run, like I wanted to just get it out of my system. And so after the workout I did feel a lot better. Somebody said, you still do a meal prep. I want to try the gym, but I'm self-conscious, so I don't know, maybe at home workouts. Jay, so yes, I'm still doing meal preps. And one thing that I definitely will say about working out is you just have to start slow. I know there's a lot of people, especially at the beginning of the year. Trust me, I've been one of those people. And you say, like, new year, new me. So I'm going to start working out. I'm going to go every day. And I mean, it sounds good, but you end up burning yourself out. And after the first week or two, like, you end up giving up because you just went too hard. And so usually what you have to do is just just try to set a schedule for yourself. Just say, like, okay, I'm going to start off with 2 days a week and I'm just going to go for 30 minutes. And then as you start building that routine, like, okay, on these days I go to the gym. And so then that way you can just start adding more time to those days that you go, and just basically, like I said, making it a routine. And that way you're able to just be more consistent. Just at literally, y'all, adding it to your daily routine will help a lot. But even that, like, it's definitely a mental thing. Like, you have to be mentally prepared to change your life as far as your health and your business, I said business, your health and your fitness life. Like, it's definitely a mental thing. So like I said, just take it slow, and if you fail, just get up and try it again. It's definitely a journey. Let me see. Jalissa said, you should try Naughty Girl Fitness. It's fun, sexy, and can burn calories. Jalissa, so is that like a like dancing, like dance workouts? I feel like anything is better than nothing. Even if you just start going out for a walk every day, or maybe you just do a few jumping jacks in your place, like literally anything is better than nothing. Like, everything is a good start. Yeah, a lot of the time too, like, you just have to get in there. And even me at the gym, like, I literally focus on just me. Like, it's like I almost get zoned out, and I'm just there for myself. I'm not there to look at anybody else. I'm not there to see what anybody else is doing. I'm there focused on myself, watching my man. I'm doing what he's telling me to do, and then we're out, and that's it. Like, then that's kind of what you have to do, is you just really have to focus, play some good music, take some good pre-workout if you need to, and just go in and get out. But yeah, so I think I am going, what time is it? 8:17. So I'm probably going to call it a night now. If you guys have anything that you guys would like to talk about, or any questions, I'll be more than glad to talk about that if you guys would like me to. But I honestly will say that I miss doing lives where I just sit here and kind of chat with you guys and kind of vent. It definitely does help me feel a lot better, more relieved, because other than my boyfriend and like two friends, like two or three friends, like, that's it, y'all. Like, I am very, like, don't have many friends. I feel like it's honestly like really hard to trust people, and to create like genuine relationships or friendships with people. And so I am definitely, that's something else that I need to work on as well, is um creating other friendships or relationships. Like, I'm not the type of person that would go up to anybody. And it's crazy because we're the ones that are sitting here, like, and I feel like a lot of influencers are like this too, or a lot of people, period, is they're very closed off and they have a hard time just making friends. And so I feel like, too, one thing, so the update on the new breaker box is, my boyfriend said they got the breaker box out. So they got the old box out, the one that was sparking. He said tomorrow will consist of installing the new breaker box and the entry light. So that's really good to hear, for sure. But yeah, so I know I was talking to my boyfriend about this. I think just yesterday I mentioned it to him, and I told him that, a lot of the time when people have like regular jobs where you have coworkers and stuff, like, I feel like a lot of the time people may become friends with coworkers, like best friends even. And so I feel like I almost missed out on that because I've always worked just me. Like, it's always just been me. And so I was never able to create those relationships like I did, like even in college. Like I didn't go to a regular college. I mean, I went to like a community college, but I was only there for like a year. And I mean, I follow some of my classmates on social media, but I never really just kept in touch with them. And so I feel like that's one thing that as an oh, excuse me, that's one thing that as an entrepreneur, I feel like I've missed out on. But like I said, not all friendships are good friendships, like at all. And so, like I said, I feel like as I mentioned earlier, I feel like I have a hard time trusting people. And so that's another reason why I kind of just stay to myself, because a lot of people, they are just out to kind of see what they can get out of you, basically. Especially when you're at like, I wouldn't say a better situation, but where you're in a position that they want to get to, almost, I guess I could say. And so it can be a lot of, I don't know if I'm wording it right, but I feel like you guys will kind of know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean that's true too. I'm not. Yes, like I feel like workplace friendships at a workplace like can be very like just for gossip or drama, but I'm just talking about like the one or two actual genuine relationships or friendships that that I could have possibly created. I feel like I missed out on that. So it's almost like I not necessarily crave. I wouldn't even just say crave, wanting to find like maybe even like now that my boyfriend and I are together, like almost like maybe a like couple, another couple that we could like hang out with, and um just kind of, yeah, like just kind of hang out and just kind of step out of like our everyday routine and just clock out basically, because I feel like we're always working. But that's definitely has been another struggle for me. It definitely makes me happy to hear that it's progress. Somebody said, I know exactly what you mean. I've been an introvert my whole life, never really had friends by choice, and it's hard to find good friends who are there for you and have good intentions. That, yes, that's me 100%. Like you just described my entire life. Thank you, Tiana, she said, praying for your continued success. You're amazing and a great teacher and motivator. Norma said, girl, you aren't missing out on anything but chisme talking behind your back. Somebody said, Natalie, Janice said, Natalie, you can't take everyone with you in life. I definitely know that I can't, but I do. Like I said, I do have a few friends that are genuine, that I love, that I've been friends with for years. And I really appreciate them. And so, like, even then, sometimes it's like, okay, I wish I had like more friends that I could talk to. But then also, I'm such an introvert that no, I don't want to go out. No, I don't want to talk to you on the phone every day. So it's almost like, I don't know. I sometimes I don't understand myself, because and I feel like we're probably all that way too. Everybody that says they're an introvert, I feel like we're all the same way. And so it's like I kind of want friends, but I kind of don't want friends because I don't want to have to talk to you every day. And if you text me, I may or may not text you back for a few days, and you should be okay with that. Like that's the kind of friends that I have right now, and I love them because I understand them, they understand me, they know that I have a life and I know that they have a life. Definitely don't want to talk every day, y'all. I had this one friend that I had to yeah, I had this one friend and she wanted to call me every day, and I would be doing nails and she's like, hey, like, are you busy? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing nails. And she'll just start talking, and it's like, girl, like I told you, like I'm doing nails. But I cannot do that talking on the phone every day. Like, you're not my man. Like, why are you wanting to talk to me every day? Like, I cannot do that. I just, honey, money, come here, mamashita. I just want to come home and cuddle my babies. Yeah, it's probably time for me to get up here because the dogs are about to start showing their ass. Yes, definitely. And then I think after like we stopped being friends, or like once we had that conversation where we're basically like breaking up our friendship, and she basically was like saying like, I don't even call my man on my lunch break, but I call you. And I went to be like, well, girl, don't call me. Like, I didn't tell you to call me. Like, I don't even want to talk. Like, I don't even know why you're calling me. Please call your man. Don't call me. But anyways, just a little reminder that if you are not subscribing, make sure, or a subscriber, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Tell your other friends to subscribe. Make sure you do me a favor and share my videos. Try to get me more exposure so I can continue to pay my bills just like everybody else. And like I said, I will be doing a video here soon where I will be swatching my new acrylics, and I'll be doing a giveaway for that. So make sure that you hit the little bell so you are notified when I do that. And I'm just going to continue praying. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'm gonna take you guys' advice. I'm going to pray over my building. I'm going to try to keep calm more. I am going to try to continue being the best version of myself. And I'm going to try to get some rest and not try to be so hard on myself. Actually, I'm going to get into bed and edit a video. But so I actually don't get too, like, literally as soon as I'm done doing this, I'll be filming a video. But just another little reminder that I am going to start doing the YouTube memberships here soon. So if you want to be a member, you are more than welcome to join. As I mentioned, you will have access to exclusive videos that will only be available to my members, which you basically will have the opportunity to let me know what kind of videos you guys would like me to film. You also will get early access to all of my new videos, which will be available to everybody. You'll get a special discount on my website, priority reply to all of your comments. And of course, I feel like I do a pretty good job at replying to everybody's comments. Don't feel like because you're not a member that you're not going to get treated right. I have enough love for everybody. This is just something new that YouTube is doing. And I hope that it'll be beneficial to me, on this new journey. And just like I said, my revenue here on YouTube has been really low. So just trying out different things. But like I said, it's not something that you have to do. It's just something that will be available. And I just want everybody to know about it. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I will see you guys probably at the beginning of next week. Most likely I will be doing a live as well, instead of just doing a video, so we can actually sit and chat. But enough talking. I will let you guys go, and I will see you guys next week. So good night to everybody. Lane, Elise, Alyssa, Amy, Janie, Jalissa. Girl, I seen your baby. He is so adorable. He's so freaking adorable. Shelly, Creative Madness. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you, Tiana. Thank y'all. I love y'all so much for sitting here and watching me vent to you guys and just pour my little heart out. It really means a lot that you guys will even sit here and do that for me. So, anyways, I'll go ahead and cut this off. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys next week.